Today we're going to talk about cozy books. If you're the type of person who just wants to feel warm and cozy inside, who just wants to read a story without high stakes but still enjoy it, still take something from it, then maybe this video is for you, and maybe you will find something here that will make you feel that way without it actually being super boring when nothing really happens. But the stakes are still low. You still have a plot, you still have something to look forward to. Cozy fantasy is not really a genre that I enjoy. I tried it so many times. I checked all of the recommendations out there. I keep trying, hoping that I'm going to find a cozy fantasy that is for me. And until this very day, I have not found it. What I have found are cozy books. And cozy books are very different than just like putting yourself into this box of cozy fantasy, because cozy books, it can be any genre, right? So I usually prefer those because for me, I don't know, it just makes more sense. It just gives me freedom. Like, I don't have to fit into the cozy fantasy box. And there are so many books out there that are cozy, that feel like a warm hug. And those are usually the books that I prefer. I don't find them very often though. Like, I feel like they're jams I find here and there, but they're kind of rare for me, especially because usually cozy books are very low stakes and I prefer higher stakes. I don't know, I just like the drama. I like expecting something exciting to happen. So it's kind of rare that I find something low stakes that I actually enjoy. But here are my picks. I have here I have 3 regular novels. One is a classic, one is a contemporary romance, and the other one is literary fiction / magical realism. And I also have 2 manga and 2 graphic novels. So that's what I have for you today. This is just gonna be a part 1. I will gather some more books that felt super cozy to me, and I will make a part 2 in the future. But these are the ones I have for you today. So let's start. The first book I have on this list is actually very dear to me. I read it for the first time, I think it was in 2020. And it made me so happy. I actually watched the TV show first, and then I read the book series, and it was so magical. So I'm talking about Anne of Green Gables. Of course, by now you probably have heard about Anne of Green Gables. It's a classic. It has been adapted so many times. Seriously, you can find even a Japanese anime for this. There's even a new one coming out pretty soon. But what made me fall in love with Anne was actually the Netflix TV show. You can still check it out, still there's like 3 seasons, but unfortunately it was canceled. And I will never forgive Netflix for that. But we're not talking about that right now. Anne of Green Gables is such a lovely, cozy, warm, low stakes kind of story. It's very emotional, it can be very dramatic, but it's not so cozy to the point that it's boring. Like, Anne cannot make you feel bored. She's just a phenomenal main character. She is incredibly quirky and whimsical and just so strange for a little girl. She's always daydreaming and she has the craziest ideas. She's just, I adore her. She's one of my favorite characters ever. I'm gonna read you the synopsis. As soon as Anne Shirley arrives at the snug white farmhouse called Green Gables, she is sure she wants to stay forever. But will the Cuthberts send her back to the orphanage? Anne knows she's not what they expected, a skinny girl with fiery red hair and a temper to match. If only she could convince them to let her stay, she would try very hard not to keep rushing headlong into scrapes and blurting out the first thing that comes to her mind. Anne is not like anyone else. The Cuthberts agree. She is special, a girl with an enormous imagination. This orphan girl dreams of the day when she can call herself Anne of Green Gables. This is such a magical book. Anne seriously will forever live in my heart. I will be rereading this until the end of my days. It's just something that brings such hope into my heart, and I hope that if you pick this up, it will make you feel the same way. It will make you feel seen if you're a little weird, or it will just bring you joy and make you feel really warm inside. Highly recommend. Second book I have, I actually read it last year on my way to London. And I had no hopes for this book because I don't usually like contemporary YA romance. I usually find them extremely boring. It's just not for me. But I was told that this was different and that it was just funny and very heartwarming, so I decided to give it a chance, and I read it on my way to London last year. And let me tell you, I was so obsessed. I was so obsessed that I was sad that we actually landed because I wanted to stay reading until I was done. So when we arrived in London, I actually dragged my boyfriend to the nearest bookstore and I bought a copy. And on my way back, I finished the book and I was just so happy. And that book is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. What a great book, let me tell you. Now, this is a hug. This is a hug. If you're not doing well, if you're just in a bad mood, or you need some fluff in your life, if you are a rom-com type of person, and you just want something cute, something full of fluff and kind of cheesy and kind of like the old early 2000s, maybe 2010s kind of like teenage movie, then this should be for you. This honestly, I already want to reread this book because it's just fantastic. I giggled, I cried, I was happy like all the time. It's like watching a movie. It's like watching a romantic comedy. It's exactly that. It's a love letter to rom-coms from the early 2000s, even the 90s and before. It's just a love letter and it's perfect. There's nothing wrong with this book. Like, if you want fluff in your life, I recommend you to drop everything you're doing right now and just go pick this up. So I'm going to tell you what it is about. The Boy Next Door is not movie romance material. Wes has been irritating Liz since they were kids. But now it's senior year, and he has made friends with Michael, her forever crush. Her annoying neighbor is her ticket to scoring the prom date of her dreams. Scheming together to win Liz her magical moment, they discover they actually like spending time together. As they grow closer, will Liz need to rethink her happily ever after? Yes. Yes. Just yes. And this is I wouldn't say exactly enemies to lovers, because they do kind of become friends. They're not necessarily, they start off as sort of like enemies, not really, but they dislike each other. But yeah, you know, kind of enemies to lovers vibes, but if you're into that, it's more like grumpy sunshine type of vibe, if you want to assign a trope to this. If what you want is to watch a rom-com, but you've seen everything, there's nothing new, just pick this book. It's the same. It's actually better. This is it. The next book, unfortunately, I do not have it. I really want to buy myself a copy because that is one of my favorite books ever, and I will be rereading until the end of my days. But I read it a few months ago, actually, and it changed my perspective in life. It changed so many things for me. I know that most people read those books and they don't take anything from it, but I feel like you have to be a bit dead inside not to take anything from it. Or you're not lost, never been. Or you have been, but you're fine now. That was not the case for me. I really, really, really needed advice. I really needed guidance, and this book provided that for me. So if you're the type of person who needs a sign, who needs a change of perspective, but who also needs a hug, who needs to feel heard, and who needs hope, this is the book for you. And that book is what you are looking for in the library. This book made me feel so happy inside, honestly. I cried. There are several stories in this book, but they're all connected somehow. And there was two specific stories that really resonated with me, and they changed everything for me. They made me feel so happy. Super happy. Seriously, this was like drinking a warm cup of coffee and receiving a hug at the same time, and also therapy. But basically, this is what it is about. What are you looking for? This is the famous question routinely asked by Tokyo's most enigmatic librarian. Like most librarians, Komachi has read every book lining her shelves, but she also has the unique ability to read the souls of her library guests. For anyone who walks through the door, Komachi can sense exactly what they're looking for in life and provide just the book recommendation they never knew they needed to help them find it. Each visitor comes to her library from a different juncture in their careers and dreams, From the restless sales attendant who feels stuck at her job to the struggling working mother who longs to be a magazine editor. The conversation that they have with Sayuri Komachi and the surprise book she lends each of them will have life-altering consequences. And it is true. They do alter their lives somehow. And it isn't the most simplistic kind of way. It's nothing super out there. It's simple stuff that you never considered it before. This is magical realism if you're into that. It's beautiful, it's touching, but it's not heavy. None of these books that I'm recommending here are heavy. They have low stakes, but they're just, you will not be bored. You can't be bored. They're perfect. If you need some hope in your life, read this one. Now moving on to manga. As you guys already know by now if you've been watching my videos lately, I love manga. I read a lot of manga. I read regular books, but I also read a lot of manga. I love it. If you're not reading manga, I don't know what you're doing. You should. It's fun. It's fun. You read it so fast, but there's so much you can take from those stories. They're not as silly as people think they are. They're just not. Just listen. Pick up a manga right now. It's just, you're missing out. I'm just saying. But let's start. Anyway, so I have two here today that are my coziest reads. These, I've read the whole series. One of them is already completed. The other one is ongoing, but I think there's like at least 10 volumes by now. I've read it all. It's that good. And the one that is currently ongoing is the one I'm going to talk about it now. And that is A Sign of Affection. If you're into manga, if you're into this world, you've probably heard about this one before. And let's just start with this cover because it's so pretty. I honestly, my camera, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. There. So pretty. There's something about this author and this illustrator. Her illustrations are so to die for. As an artist myself, I look at this and I'm like, I wish this was me, you know? It's so good. But this, if you love romance, this is so cute. But not only if you love romance, but if you love wholesome romance, no spice, just wholesomeness, just like so demure, so wholesome, so like, you know, very modest, that this is for you. But also so cute. If you want your heart to just be like, but you also want to feel like you're being hugged and feel like everything is good in the world, this. If you do like spice though, look elsewhere because you're not gonna find it here. Well, maybe, I wouldn't consider it, honestly. No, not even in the upcoming volumes. There's like hints, but you're never gonna see anything graphic. That's the point. If your point here is spice, look elsewhere. There's also an anime, and the anime is good, but I still think the manga is, nothing compares. The manga is just better. So here's what it is about. Yuki is a college student who's into friends and fashion. She's also deaf, and she just wants to get by. She wants to have a normal life in college. She wants to experience life in the best way possible without worrying about her disability. She doesn't want to let her disability get in the way. And she meets this guy, and he's fascinated by her. He loves languages. He really wants to learn everything he possibly can. He wants to travel the world. He's very ambitious and also very empathetic and very kind, but he loves languages. So knowing that she can't hear and she has to speak using sign language, he's super intrigued. He wants to learn. He wants to be able to communicate with her. He also thinks she's adorable. So a romance blossoms from that, and it's basically how they manage to have a relationship that is healthy, but also where they can communicate how they feel, especially because she has a disability and he doesn't, and how they can make this work in the best way possible. And it is so beautiful. I can't. I love it. I love it. Moving on. Next one, I have read the whole series. I have Everything With Me. I think it's just so wholesome. It brings a smile to my face, and it's also absolutely hilarious. I was laughing all the time while reading this series. I cannot tell you how much I laughed. My boyfriend would just look at me and be like, what the hell is wrong with you? What are you reading that is so funny? I want in. Because it's hilarious. It's hilarious. And it is called My Love Mix-Up. It's an LGBTQ plus story. So it's two guys, and it's how they basically like discovered their sexuality as well, and that they like boys. But it's all because of a misunderstanding. And it is so funny. I love it. So basically, Aoki has a crush on Hashimoto, the girl in the seat next to him in class. But he despairs when he borrows her eraser and sees she's written the name of another boy, Ida, on it. To make matters more confusing, Ida sees him holding that very eraser and thinks Aoki has a crush on him. So it's just the most ridiculous mix-up, and they just go with it. Like, guys, that is the plot. It's the mix-up and the consequences of that mix-up, and how they discover their sexuality and fall in love with each other. It's just, oh my heart, I love it. I love it. It brings a smile to my face every single time. If you want to be entertained, you need a good laugh, but you also like romance, look nowhere else. This is it, you guys. This is it. The last category is graphic novels, and my ultimate favorite one in the cozy genre is definitely, and it will always be, this beauty right here, the Tea Dragon Society. I will die for these books. I know this is technically meant for kids, but look, for me, there's no such thing. It doesn't matter. And also, most people that I see reading this, they're grown-ass adults, all right? So don't come judging me here. So don't come for me. This is so cute. It is so cute. If any of those books will provide you with the most low stakes you can possibly find, but also like the biggest hug, it is definitely this. Just the illustrations alone, they're so pretty. I'm honestly, this is so difficult to show. I'm just gonna pop images here, 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 and here, and you can just like take a look. Just enjoy, because they're beautiful, they're gorgeous. And this, I think it's like a trilogy by now. I unfortunately only have the first two. The second one is this one, the Tea Dragon Festival, which is kind of like a prequel to this, I think. And then you have the third book, which is the actual sequel to this. But I have actually not read that one yet. I want to buy it for myself. And it is set during autumn, so I'm waiting until autumn so I can buy it. I'm gonna read you the synopsis just so you know what it is about. After discovering a lost tea dragon in the marketplace, Greta learns about the dying art form of tea dragon caretaking from the kind tea shop owners Ezekiel and Eric. As she befriends them and their shy ward, Minette, Greta sees how the craft enriches their lives and eventually her own. It's so cute. They're basically like little dragons here, and they each have like a little, you can make tea out of the flowers that they grow. So cute. Look at the picture here. You can make little flowers, and it's all about tea and how to take care of these dragons, and there's like a lot of lore. It's so cute. Honestly, my heart can't handle it. It's too cute. I highly recommend. If out of all of this you just want like almost no stakes at all, you just want the vibes and the wholesomeness of it all, something to truly, not to turn off your brain, but to make you feel soothed, to just make you feel good, to soothe your soul, this is it. This is the one here. And also the other one, the Tea Dragon Festival, which is a prequel, and I think there's a little bit of romance in this one as well. It's super adorable. Highly recommend these two books. So that's it for today. I hope one of these books piqued your interest, and I hope that whichever book you choose brings joy to your heart, that you feel cozy, and that you feel ready for spring. These books will definitely give you a little bit of spring vibes and give your soul a little bit of warmth, because we all deserve that. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!